Alright, Elite Dangerous, YouTube. I have some friends who have asked about this game. They found it very interesting. Um, I have not played in many, many months. I was in the beta. Bought into the beta, yes. You know, because conceptually this game just sounded like it was going to be amazing. And the game is pretty amazing. And I stopped playing right before Power Play actually went into effect, which really changed the game. And now with the announcement of Horizons coming down, the game's starting to shape up more to how people really wanted it to be initially, not that it wasn't fun to begin with. So this video is mainly for my my gaming partner here, PR Blur, the Gaming Rican, as you may know him on YouTube, to show him a little bit about the game and to share a little bit. Now, I have started a brand new character. All I've done so far is one go get something mission, and that's a lot of what this game is. Go get something.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's not. It's as fast-paced as you want it to be. It's as action-packed as you want it to be. Don't expect things to be kind of handed to you. Like you do what you want in the game. It's a little more sandbox.
2, 1, engage.
So here we go, and we're shifting over to what they call frame shift. It's just a kind of a way to quick travel between systems. And we're on a mission right now to go find something again. They have Actus, you know, we picked up a bulletin board mission to go find an artifact, an alien artifact. We need one alien artifact. So they tell you the system you need to go to, but that's about it for this type of mission. You want to be looking for an anomaly, some type of signal, something like that, that's going to give you like a, hey, I'm going to go stop there and see if maybe what I'm looking for is there. So these missions, they're timed. It gives you about, what, 13 hours, I think, to complete this particular one. Which, you know, you can get them done in 20-30 minutes. That's not a big deal, but you can take some time. You may get distracted by something else. You're going to be visiting a couple signal sources, so you may find something else more interesting that keeps you occupied. It really can take time. It's a bit of a hunt and peck. So I'm just going to keep kind of cruising around, seeing until we get some signal sources going on here. Hopefully something pops up soon. In case anybody's wondering, I play with the X52. The flight stick, I do not have it customized in any sort of way, so I still kind of throwing in some keyboard commands there too. And the starter Sidewinder, probably can tell if you're familiar with the game by the cockpit. If not, you can see it down there in the little bottom right. There's a little image of my ship. Still nothing. This is why they put the time. This is why they put a long time on this one. You could be cruising around in some sectors waiting for those signals to pop up. Flight control is really nice and simple in this game. Well, they're as simple as you want them to be, or as complicated as you want them to be. With flight assist on, you know, it moves pretty easily, you know, because it'll start countering your movements. You turn flight assist off, and you actually have to fly this thing. I am flying with flight assist on. I have tried with flight assist off. It's quite the challenge. It's actually kind of fun, because you can start doing things that you kind of picture that you can do in a spaceship, not flying it more like a plane, but flying it more like a ship in space. But since it's been so long, and honestly, it's just not something I would always do. It can kind of come in useful in combat, though. I'm not gonna lie, because you can flip around and start firing behind you quite quickly, and you can get some really cool maneuvering in for that sort of thing. Well, we found a weak signal source, so we're gonna kind of divert and point towards it. Down in the bottom left there, we're going to line up that reticle. We're going to head to it. We're going to start cutting power here in about 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And we're going to watch our speed bars over to the left. You'll see distance and speed. We want to get those to line up into the blue so that we can drop out of frame shift here and right to where we want to go. We see distance starting to come down. signal source. Looks like there's another one there to our right. But we're going to go with this one first since it was the first one that popped up. Maybe we're going to get lucky and find what we need here. Maybe not. We'll see. Got some contacts that popped into the sector. Not too concerned, really. No one's really looking for us. We're not doing anything illegal at this time. We're not wanted in any sort of fashion. If they want to pirate us, well, we're in a Sidewinder. We got nothing, so I don't think anyone's really going to pay any attention to us, so we do not have to worry. Alright, we're getting nearly there. Speed's getting into the blue here in a second. Boom. Now we just got to get to the distance. Here we go. Let's disengage. We'll drop out of frame shift. Let's see what we got. Looks like we have some sort of container. You can see on the little radar map down at the bottom. We're going to kind of line up and... Canister. Ancient artifact. That's exactly what we were looking for. So we got lucky first time. We're going to go ahead and throw out the cargo scoop. Thank you for telling us that, computer. You see in the bottom left there, we have a kind of a reticle just to tell us when we're lined up. We're a little far away from this thing still, so I'm going to go ahead and boost the power up. Once you start getting close, you do not want to be going too fast. You'll see how it was warning red that, you know, if we would have hit it at those type of speeds, we could have destroyed it. You can hear us pinging it that we're getting closer. Uh-oh. They know we're coming here to get it. Oh, we were paying too much attention to the text. I feel like they want, like, something could happen here. Step away from this destructive... Uh-oh. They're trying to offer us an alternative. Oh, gosh, I need to be paying attention to this. Hold on. It's moving all over the place now, so it's kind of erratic. This is bad. This game's as hard as you make it, and I'm making this really difficult on myself. There we go. Alright. I was so nervous, I kind of thought that maybe these guys are going to start stuff with me. Is an eagle, a sidewinder? I mean, this would be bad. Let's get out of here. Let's plot a course. Let's see here. We're going to go back to 3447. We're just going to go. We're going to go. I don't think we have to worry. Oops, there we go. Let's get out of here. Let's line up and get out of here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, so when you sometimes get, you know, you'll be doing this, and those guys came along, they weren't going to start a fight with us or anything, which was good. But they do sometimes offer you alternatives to your mission. You might be doing a mission for a station, and they might come along and be like, hey, you know, instead of taking that back to where you were taking it, why don't you give it to us, and you'll get a reward for it, similarly as if you would have taken it back. But if you were trying to work on reputation for the faction or the station that you're trying to work for, that could go against you. Conversely, you know, it could be fun to do it the other way too. Alright, FSD has to cool down before we can go again. It's cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, so we're back in our home sectors. I call it our home sector because this is where we started, on a crappy little station, far away in the middle of nowhere, which takes a while to even get back to. Trevithick. We're going to go ahead and lock that destination, start heading back to Trevithick to hand in our quest. Or quest. I call it a quest. To hand in our mission. To hand in our job, if you want. You know, this is again, this game is what you make of it. Right now I feel like I'm just kind of a courier, although it wasn't take something from point A to point B. You'll see down at the bottom right, this is illicit cargo. This is technically stolen cargo. This is very low-level stuff, though. Don't expect any, like, major repercussions from doing this. There is cargo that you literally could get blown away for just trying to take into a dock. That is not a problem right now, and that's something, you know, we may come across sometime, but we're not going to come across that right now. Alright, Trevor, you can see that timer counting down how long it's going to take us to get there. Obviously, the faster we start going, the faster that numbers go down. You'll see I got full pips into engine down at the bottom right there to try and go as fast as possible. A couple into weapon. Nothing into real shield systems there. Mainly because I don't expect to be attacked, so I'm not really planning to be attacked. I'm not being prepared for it. You see all the orbital lines there. I like to play with the orbital lines off. I know a lot of people like to play with, with them on. I know a lot of people like to play with them off for the immersion. But, you know, I have a fancy spaceship in the future, and I believe my HUD can tell me these things. And, so I go ahead and leave it on, and I just kind of I like that idea that, you know, your HUD is able to tell you those things. I don't really know how useful they are, but it's still kind of cool, and I enjoy it. It's been pretty empty out in this area. Since it's the starting location, the game's been out for some time now. Most people that probably wanted it have been into it for a while. Just not a lot of people around these starting zones. Also could be the time of day. This is a Sunday morning on Labor Day weekend, so don't know how many people are sitting at home doing this. I know I, for one, won't be around much today to keep gaming, so I'm just trying to get some early morning gaming in here. And to get this video, again, this video is for Gaming Rican. He has expressed interest in kind of seeing what this game is all about, and this short little video is not going to show him everything about this game. I'm not going to get into any combat right now, but visually, what some of the missions are like. If you're going to get this game expecting to be like, I'm just going to jump right into some action and all that, no. It's not really what it's for. Definitely think more simulation. If you're looking for something more action-packed or story-oriented or mission-oriented, look at the X series for story stuff. You know, there's a lot of other games out there available, especially on Steam, that are looking for action-packed. But if you're looking for simulation, something you can put some time into, planning into, there are people who sit in here for hours coordinating flight paths. So this is a game that's for you. Don't let that scare you. You can just jump in and play. That's what I do. I don't spend the time doing all the research and the resources and trade routes and everything like that. Not yet. And there's even applications out there that can help you with a lot of that stuff, so you don't have to do that. And they're very popular, and they're on the forums, and you can find them really easily. Everyone knows how to Google. But don't let that scare you. You can jump in and play, but it's not like you're going to jump in, pick a mission, and, you know, fly into a combat zone or anything like that. You've got to look for these things. It does take some time to get used to. There's a lot of subtle nuances in this game that you have to learn. You know, for one, you need to dock yourself. A lot of games don't let you dock. I mean, you're just like, oh, mission over. This one, I'm going to have to go in and land. You can see it's taking me time just to get back to the dock. I'm not just suddenly there. Depending on how you approach the dock, and, you know, sometimes depends on how you come in on it. There are stations that have entrances on one side only, and if you come up behind it, then you gotta fly all the way around it to get in. We're getting a little closer here. Doesn't really matter which way you come in, and there's really no up, down, left, or right in this, obviously, but I don't know why I have an issue with the lines being vertical. I always like I feel like I'm not straight, so trick of the mind, maybe. We've still got a decent amount of fuel you can see down there. That's not a problem. Everything's looking good. We could be reading a book right now if we were probably a real space captain. This is only a one-person, one-seater ship, though, so it's not like we can hand the controls to someone else and go walking away and get a coffee. Although, honestly, if I just let go of the joystick, I can just walk away and go get a coffee. So, because again, you've got time. There's a lot of time sinks involved in this. See our speed starting to kind of automatically go down. That's like kind of your onboard ship computer knowing that you're kind of going to this point. You are also affected by things, black holes, other planets, gravity, things like that. They will slow you down or speed you up, respectively, as you approach them. So, you gotta be careful of some of the anomalies that could possibly be in space. Still got some time to get there. It's Eagle. Hauler, Eagle. Not many ships around here. Those are probably AI, I'm sure. You know, that hauler could have some cool cargo. If I was going the pirate route, I could maybe go try and find him and intercept him and break him out of out of this high-speed kind of situation, and break him out of frame shift, and maybe target some of his target his cargo hold or his weapons or something like that, try and disable him, and try and get his cargo or just blow him to bits if I feel like it. There's a lot of player interactions. People who play the pirating route try to, a lot of people who try to do it upright will kind of tell you hey, you have 4 minutes to comply with dropping your cargo or I blow you up. A lot of people get into it, kind of role play it up a bit, and that's the beauty of Elite Dangerous. Again, you get out of it kind of what you put into it, and a lot of the community player base does seem to enjoy a little bit of the RP. There's not a lot, again, the way the game is, it's not a lot of the people that just get in it to do a couple things and get out. A lot of people really enjoy it. They kind of want to play their character. There was not, at least as the last time I looked, there wasn't a lot of real benefit to being a pirate. The money wasn't as fast as nearly any of the other legitimate jobs, but that wasn't the point. The point was for the gameplay aspect and the fun of it. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can really do if you kind of open up your mind and really decide how you want to play and who you want to be in this universe. You play for days sometimes and never come across another player. You go to some of the highly trafficked areas, you'll see players everywhere. And that is also based on these maps are instanced, or these zones are instanced, these areas are instanced, so if there's too many players in one, you may get put into a different one. That's the luck of the draw. But again, if it's a busy area, you'll still probably come across some people. You can interact. There is a chat window for the zone chats. It's not a global chat to the entire universe. It's a zone chat. I can talk to people in this area. No one else is really going to be able to talk to me unless you may have communications with them if they're in your wing, or maybe on your friends list. I don't really have any friends in game as of this time, so I don't really have anyone I'm playing with this currently, so I haven't tried Wings out. I was playing when Wings first released, but again, since I didn't have anyone in it, I didn't really have an opportunity to try that yet. I've heard really good things about it. Power Play, haven't been in since Power Play, so I'm really excited to see what those changes are. And like I said, I think everyone's probably really excited for the Horizons announcement. I know there's some debate over the charge of it and the fact that it's an expansion, but it's a pretty pricey expansion. I feel like games have gotten away from that in these recent years. People aren't used to maybe pricey expansions for games anymore, with the amount of content that comes in them sometimes. I personally, when I gamed, that was how everything came out. There was no DLC or anything like that. It was all expansion content. You'd buy an expansion. Now, the prices weren't always as weighty as they are now. Is this what they're saying this expansion is? But I'm also expecting it to be bringing a lot to this game. I can't really be upset about it personally. Oh, we're getting close now. I'm bringing that speed down. You'll see in the speed down there, you kind of have that in the blue. That's where you're looking to get it. Now, and I'm talking down to the bottom center there, where your throttles are. And to the left, you can see distance and speed again. We're waiting for those to kind of converge. Coming to Trevithick Dock here. Kind of ignoring all these signal sources. If I you know, if I wasn't just trying to do the one thing to kind of show the route and get back to the station to be able to show a little bit about the station interface and the landing, I may go investigate those. You never know. Again, you could find some cool stuff. Missions, people selling stuff, random cargo that you can go and sell to make some money back if you don't want to do missions. Here we go. Getting there. Our speed is good. We've slowed down enough. Now we just got to get within distance. Nearly there. Alright. Computer says we're good. And there's home, sweet home. I think we're close enough to be able to request docking.
Docking request granted.
Granted. We're going to go in on pad 2. That tends to be our normal pad. Where are you, pad 2? I want to say you're on the other side. There's a docking pad on the top there. You can see that's not ours. Ours is going to go ahead and light up with our number on it, saying that's the one we're expected at. Look, there you go. You see the number already. Just using my thrusters to kind of boost sideways. Going to cut the speed down. Now, you have to land on these on the right approach. So you can see the numbers are on the back side usually. So coming in from this direction is not going to do anything for me. You can also see the raised little pad there. So we're going to come around on this one. Kind of want that raised pad behind you. We're going to kind of spin around this... Gonna kind of rotate, spin around. We're gonna come in on this guy. Put our gear down. When your gear goes down, it actually cuts your potential top speed, so you can't go storming. You can't go storming ahead with your landing gear down. The sound effects in this game are amazing, by the way. If you have a really good headset, you can really enjoy them. So we're going to come up. As soon as you get over the pad, you will start getting some landing guidance here. You go down, lower, thruster down. See that? So you can see that you kind of want to line up, gear down, and just ease her on in.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, we're here. Now, you can do a lot of your stuff right from here by hitting Starport Services without having to enter the hangar. But we're going to go ahead and enter the hangar, because it is pretty cool looking. I thought that was neat the first time I saw this. Alright, now we've been kind of seated back in and ready to go. Very cool. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and Starport Services. We had that mission. Welcome. And, oh, let's refuel while we're here. You can see over up on the top left there, there's my commander name, how much credits I have to my name. I'm pretty broke. I've only done the one mission. I actually had a bit more than that, and I already spent some in the upgrades of my ship. We'll go to the bulletin board where I took the mission from. There's our mission, retrieving ancient artifacts. Go here. Quantity 1, that's all we got. There's our reward. See the stolen. Alright, and then we've done some stuff to the reputation of this zone. So you see, we're neutral with them. We're started to gain a little more influence. The effect is, is going to be an economic boom. You see we got some cash. We can go to outfitting. See, I put my fancy mercenary paint job on there with a little skull on the front, because, that's what we do. We have upgraded a couple. You can see that most of your equipment when you first get it is all loaned equipment. They consider it. You can't really sell it back. It just comes with the ship, and it's your starter stuff. We've upgraded power plant thrusters, frame shift. We may update some other things here. Let's see. Power distribution. You can see the effect. What's going to happen if you upgrade these. They've got classes and ratings. Rating D, rating C. Rating A being the best usually, but that doesn't always apply to every ship. Sometimes an A piece of equipment may not give you the best, for what you're looking to get out of it. For example, this D here, you can see, you know, while the C equipment is better, it's more money. Is it worth it for what we're trying to do? So let's see. So you see some of the stuff going down, some stuff going up down there. I just, you know, I don't even know if I'm going to invest in this stuff yet. Mass goes down, which is nice. Weapons capacity, yeah. Integrity, yeah. I don't know. Don't know. I like that this one gives us a little more distance for jump range. And since we're in such a small ship, jump range is still kind of important to us. We need a good jump range. Fuel capacity, can we upgrade that? Nope. Cargo rack, can we upgrade that? So you can put a bigger cargo rack in, or you can do a couple other things. You know, if you don't want to be a cargo ship, you can start swapping things out for fuel, prospecting, mining, stuff like that. I mean, there's just a lot you can do with even the starter ship. I tend to just do cargo stuff to make that money to start, to be honest. Oh, and what we didn't look at are hard points. Right now I just have pulse lasers starting. I don't have any utility stuff. See what they have. So all sorts of different guns, as much as you can want to your heart's content. Some are kind of user control, just front facing. You can get turrets. You can get all sorts of things there. Again, I'm gonna stick with what I have because I'm not really gunning here to go out and kind of touch somebody with any of them. I am mainly just doing the cargo stuff. Cargo scanner, you know, kill warrant scanner. If you're going to be a bounty hunter, you're going to want the kill warrant. If you want to go hunt people down and try and take their cargo, you can scan their cargo to see what they have to see if it's worthwhile. Chaff launcher, if you plan on getting into some fights, those missiles can hurt you, so it's good to be able to avoid them. But there we go. This does not have a ship, this does not have a place to purchase new ships, so I can't really look at that here. Cartographics, I don't really have anything to sell back to them. I haven't been far enough away. But there we go. Quick little overview and introduction on one of my first missions in game. Again, Pure Blur, Port Gaming Rican, this is for you. I just wanted to kind of show you it, since I know you have asked about it in the past, and you can kind of get a look at the game. And again, it's a gorgeous looking game. You get out of it what you put into it. It's definitely a game you're going to want to sit down and put time into. I have a lot of hours into this game. Steam doesn't represent that because I just added it to Steam, so if anyone knows me on Steam, wants to add it, you guys saw my commander name earlier here. If you guys want to look me up, and more than happy to start playing with people and maybe test out wings, maybe get into some combat zones once I get a better ship. I'll take the Sidewinder and who cares. But there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Pierre Blur, this one's for you. Thanks so much, guys.